I'm really excited about this rather ordinary looking brown box because it's come from OBSBOT all the way in China, and it is, at least I think, something really exciting. Their brand new UVC to NDI adapter for OBSBOT cameras. Very much looking forward to having a play around with this. NDI is a really useful tool for getting video into a computer over Wi-Fi without cables or anything, so very much looking to have a play around with this to see what it does. So let's open it and have a look. Okay, so here it is. This is the OBSBOT UVC to NDI adapter. Nice thick cardboard box. And what's it look like inside? Well, first of all, we've got a user guide. Put that to one side for the moment. The warranty, which I'll put to one side, and there it is. This is the thing. It's metal. It's a kind of grey gunmetal kind of colour. Feels really solid. I'm slightly surprised that actually I was expecting it to be plastic, but it's really well made, quite heavy, good and solid. Got air vents on one side. Oh, that looks like an adapter for connecting to tripods. That's quite interesting. At this end, we've got a USB-C socket with the mark for power. There's another USB throughput socket there. I presume that's the one that connects to the camera. And this socket here, that looks like where you connect the remote controller. So I presume that's what goes there. On the top, there's a tally light there, which is a really good addition, so you can see which camera is being connected. Then the opposite end, we've got an Ethernet port, and what's that? Oh, that's an SD card slot. So that's a really useful thing here as well. With the SD card, you can record what's being live streamed as well onto the card. So that'd be really good. Yep, so that's an impressive bit of kit. Really looks well made and good and solid. Looking forward to having a play with that in a second. The other stuff that's in the box is, by the looks of it, a USB-C cable. Yeah, decent quality by the look of it. USB-C to C with a USB-C to A adapter there as well. So that will be to connect the device to the computer. And that's what I'm going to go and head and do shortly. So I'm just going to take this away, plug it in, try it out, and I will be back online very soon with some instructions as to how to make this work and show you what it does and show you why it's a good device to have. Looking forward to playing with it. Right, so I've got the adapter plugged into power. I've got it plugged into Ethernet. I've not plugged in the camera yet. I'm just going to see if I can access the adapter first and check it's working. So it says in the instructions what I need to do is go to OBSBOT Center, open OBSBOT Center, there it is. At the minute it's finding my Tiny 2 camera, but if I click on this, hopefully, yeah, there it is, the NDI adapter. I can just click on that. UVC to NDI adapter, there it is. That's the serial number, the MAC address, the connection type being Ethernet, IP address, all that information there. So you can switch to manual IP if you want to. You can restore the factory settings if you need to. So I'm going to click on this button here that says Enter NDI Web, and that brings up a login page. Just enter the password. Don't want to save that for now. And that brings us to the page where I've got access to all the settings and the controls. So I can alter the tally light, I can turn it on and off, and I can select it for preview or for program. I presume that will show if I'm recording. I can put an SD card in if I want to. I can turn the NDI stream on and off if I want to. I and I presume I can edit the names there as well if I want to. In the network, it's set to auto obtain IP address at the moment. That's all there. I can put it into an NDI group if I want to, and I can set it into multicast mode if I want to. These two aren't working at the moment because the camera's not plugged in. Let me go to settings, and here's where I can change the name of the adapter, and I can change the language in which it's operating. And here's where I can upgrade the firmware. So if I click on that, there's a link to guidance on how to upload the firmware. It says I can do it through the web UI. So let's try that. New version available, it says. Let's just click on that. Confirm. And let's just see how the upgrade works online. Hopefully it will be nice and smooth. There you go, it's downloading. I'll just speed this up a little bit. Well, that was pretty straightforward. Upgrade completed, it says, so just confirm that. And there we go, firmware's definitely been upgraded. So now it's time to add the camera, I think. Okay, now for the final video then, I want to show you how it works with the camera connected. So I've got a few different cameras running on here, all OBSBOT cameras. So the camera I'm speaking to now is a Meet 4K, just with a static shot on me. The camera here is a tail air which is just sat beside me, and that is going to just show you what things look like on the desk and show you how the camera is moving here. So that's a tail air. This camera here is running on the NDI adapter, and that is a OBSBOT Tiny 4K, which is a PTZ camera. If I just move the tail air around slightly so you can see it a little bit better, you'll see it just over here. It's a nice little camera that puts out some really good footage, and I'm going to show you how it all connects nicely into OBSBOT Center and can be controlled from there and also from the web page. So in the OBSBOT Center app, you can select the different cameras there. So at the minute I'm controlling the tail air, I can switch to the Meet 4K and I can switch to the NDI adapter. I'll do that. And then remember to access the controls, we just click on Enter NDI Web, and that brings up this web page for us. And so all the settings that I talked about previously are there. There's access to new tabs there for media, where you can change the frame rate and the resolution. But the one I'm most interested in is this control section here. So here you can add presets, you can turn on tracking, and you can move the gimbal. So if I just hit the reset button for a second, you can see that the footage has altered on the camera, and you can see hopefully that the angle has changed as well. Let me just zoom in using the tail air a little bit more so you can see that a little bit more clearly. So hopefully, there we go, just zoom in and level up there so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, so back to the web app for the Tiny 4K, and again on here I can zoom as well. It's pretty responsive. It doesn't kind of zoom whilst you're dragging, but as soon as you drop, the zoom is kind of complete there. The gimbal control works really nicely, so I can kind of move up and down, and here it is immediately responsive as well. So I can kind of drag it and hold it there as I want to. Just hit the reset button to get back to that. Yeah, and I can enable standard or motion tracking there quite easily. I can set presets. I haven't got any presets programmed into this camera at the moment. I can alter the image settings. So this is on autofocus at the moment using HDR. I can alter the anti-flicker and all the various controls there. Image controls like contrast, saturation. So in the more section, there's a few extra things. Gesture control, for instance, which is really useful to be able to turn tracking on and off just by holding your hand up to the camera is great. You can turn noise reduction on. You can kind of reverse the view and the gimbal. So the only thing that you can't really do in the web control page at the moment is see the picture, but presumably you'll see that on OBS or Ecamm or whatever app it is that you're using to create the video anyway. So to conclude then, what's the point of this little box? Who's it for? Is it worth buying? Yes, absolutely. So full disclosure, I didn't buy this one. This was sent to me by OBSBOT for me to test and to play with and to demonstrate to you. Though everything I've said about it is my honest and open opinion, I haven't been influenced by the fact that I didn't pay for this. Would I have bought it? Yes, I would. Would I use it in my current setup? Probably not every day. On my desk, all my different cameras are connected by USB-C or by HDMI. It doesn't fit into my everyday routine workflow. But for the many times that I need a remote camera, a camera near a speaker in a large hall or something like that, this is pretty much perfect. I find it to be rock solid in its reliability. The build quality is really impressive. The functionality for my needs is great. I will keep using it on my desk because the power over Ethernet functionality is really great, and it means I can save a USB socket on my seriously overloaded USB-C dock as well. So yeah, would I have bought it? Yeah, I would. And I would use it not every single day, but quite regularly, and I'll continue to enjoy using it. I can definitely recommend it.